I want to give a big shout out to TS5_mother, Semper Solis, Locked with Jen, Moneybag Mile, but I think I got you already before. Dez TV, Clemmy. Matter of fact, happy birthday to Clemmy, because it's her birthday too. I appreciate you for supporting your boy. Vera Pritchett, Dave Made Trey, Katie _ Baby 941, Slim in the Lou, Tyreek Driver, and Lynn's Journey. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah. What the feezy? 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 What the feezy?
What up, though, y'all? It's your boy Bill. So I'm in the dorm one day. Now, there's a dude they call Crazy Legs. I never met the dude. I never seen the dude before, but the name is self-explanatory. It's a movie. I can't remember if it was Boys in the Hood or what, but it's a movie where a dude was in a wheelchair named Crazy Legs. And that's where he get the name from. Dude is in a wheelchair. So with that being said, let me let y'all know this right now. If you got a physical disability and you break the law, they don't give a damn nothing about that. They don't care nothing about, oh, he in a wheelchair. He walk on crutches. He only got one arm. He only got one eye. They don't give a damn about none of that, so don't think you can use that as no excuse to try to be slick with the law. They'll still lock your ass up in there. They got space for every type of criminal that exists. When I was trying to find something to sell at this point during my bid, I had some money from tax season. I had gathered up some money, like I called my mama, my brother, my sister, some of my homeboys, and they all sent me a little money, my daddy, and I think I had like $600 all together. I was so tired of messing up money. Like, I get little money and I make stuff, but I always mess it up, spending stuff, doing stuff. And I'm like, man, I got to real life get it together. I got to figure out, I got to make a very smart choice with this $600. My roommate tell me, he like, hey, it's a dude named Crazy Legs. He crossed the walk. Man, he got the camp on smash. He got the camp on lock. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't heard of Crazy Legs yet. I went to court. Throughout my bid, I was going back and forth for court because I had a lot of charges pending. Original charge that I was in prison for, that wasn't all my charges. I still had several other cases, and I was going back, winning some of them. Some of them was still sticking. Winning one of them, I was going to court for like 5-6 months at this time. I come back from court, you know, people done changed. People move around. It ain't the same people. Some people the same, but some people not there no more. Some new people there. So he tell me this dude named Crazy Legs, this old school dude, he been running the camp for the past few months. And he one of the guys. So I'm like, shit, we need to call him up. I'm like, he got a phone? He like, dude, he got a phone. He the one sell all the phones. Now, when I left out and went to court, I left my phone put up in my property. I just had to hide it real good, and my phone sat for the whole 5-6 months. It sat in my property, locked up in the little administration office where they hold everybody's property at. So I come back, I got the phone. This was a blessing to my roommate because he didn't have no phone. So, you know, I'm looking out for him, letting him use it. So he like, it's a dude named Crazy Legs. He crossed the walk in another dorm, but he be having everything. So I'm like, yeah, we need to holler at him. So I hit him up. I kicked that lingo with him. He give me a real good deal. He like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, real good deal. So I'm like, okay, say less. I sent Crazy Legs all the green dots. The pack come the very next morning. But he gave me like $1,000 worth, and all I had was $600. So I did real good. So I'm going back with him all the time. One day he called my phone and was like, hey bro, what type of games you playing? What you got going on? I'm like, what? Who the hell? You talking to me? He like, yeah, your name C-Bill, ain't you? What the hell you got going on? So I'm like, what you mean, bro? He like, man, that money you sent me, some of that money ain't good. Now, I had just sent him $1,000 worth of green dots. Now, if you're not sure what a green dot is, it's a card. It's just look like a little debit card. You could go in the store, the ones we was using, you could go in the store and you be like, hey, I need to put $25 on this card, or $50 or $100. And they got a scratch off thing on the back of it. So your folks will buy it out the store, and then they'll scratch off the back of it, and then they'll call you and read the numbers out to you. You need to be writing the numbers down, and then the person who you're trying to spend the money with, you just give them the numbers. I believe it was 14 digits. You give them the numbers, and then they could go on their website and type in them numbers, and that money will load straight to their debit card. So he like, bro, some of that money you sent me ain't right. Now, what kind of bothered me was, bro, we've been doing business for a little while now. I've been sending money. We ain't had no issues, no discrepancies or nothing. So I asked him how much of the money wasn't right. He said $200. So I just sent him a bunch of green dots, some for 200, some for 100, some for 50, 25, and it totaled up to 1,000. So what I'm saying, I've been doing business with you for a while, and none of my money never been bad. We never had no issues. So now that out of 1,000, 200 ain't right, I just feel like he could have came at me a little better than that. But he was coming like with aggression and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, which one wasn't right, bro? So he read me the green dots back, however many it was. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to find out, see what's up. Now the mistake I made, which I usually didn't do, and I didn't do this for this exact reason, when people bring me money, like a 25, a 50, a 75, I would usually take all the money and load it onto my card. So when I got to pay somebody, I tell my family, hey, go take off $1,000 off this card, then go to Walgreens and get 2 green dots for $500 a piece, because you could only put 500, that was the limit. Go get 2 green dots for $500 a piece, then give it to me. So the person I need to spend $1,000 with, I know for a fact all this money is coming strictly from my folks. So I ain't got to worry about no issues, no discrepancies. Only problem with that was they started this thing where you can only make so many loads a week, so many a day, or it can only total up to so much money. So once I reached the point where I couldn't load it no more, and I had 2 cards, I had a Walmart money card and a green dot card. Once I reached the point where I made all my loads, people are still coming buying stuff. So I would just ask the people like, well, you show this money good. Now they be like, man, it's good. You can hold it forever. When they say you can hold it forever, they mean I threw the other copy away, or this the only copy, something like that. So they like, man, I asked everybody, you show this money good? They're like, man, but people play games sometimes. So people would give you a green dot and then turn around and go get that same green dot to somebody else. And then whoever it load for and it be successful for, they gonna look at you like you do good business. And then whoever it didn't load for, they gonna kick, man, I know my folks ain't playing no game, trying to finesse roll. The people who green dot I had gathered, I felt like they was good people, but I wouldn't hold it for too long, no way. But that's the reason I never gave people money that other people gave me, is because I didn't want no issues like this. So I told Crazy Legs, I'm like, I'm gonna call you back, folks. So I look at the green dots. Usually I would write a name next to them, but for like, I guess I got comfortable, bro. For like the past 2 weeks, I ain't been writing no name next to the green dots. So technically, I don't know who the hell gave me these green dots. You know what I'm saying? So I tell little bro, my roommate, man, go make an announcement, bro. Try to see who the hell gave me these green dots. So bro went out there like, hey man, if you came and bought something from CBL within the past week or 2, pull up real quick. So all kind of people was pulling up. I'm like, bro, you gave me these numbers. I'm trying to see. Now I know people gonna lie, but you got some people, bro. You do got good people that just 100. They do straight up business. They care about their face card. And there's some people that'll really be like, if it was a real mistake or something, they'll own up to it. But everybody like, no, don't nobody know nothing about it. So I'm like, damn, bro, I'm gonna have to straighten out $200. I mean, I had the money to do it, but it just bothered me knowing this is about to kind of slow business up a little bit, because I'm not about to do this no more. If I got to pay Crazy Legs $200, when other people bring me green dots, if I reach my limit to load, I'm not going to be able to take it. Simple as that. So I send Crazy Legs the $200. He don't respond. I call the man back to back to back. He don't respond. I'm just trying to make sure he got the money, which I know he got it because I sent it to him. But, you know, I want to make sure he got it. I had my folks go to the store, get $200 worth of green dot, and I called him first and then I text him the numbers. He ain't never answer. He ain't never respond. So I'm like, all right, whatever, everything cool. So probably a week later, I ran out of everything. Now my roommate had a green dot card, but his folks just wasn't reliable enough, bro. His folk don't barely be answering the phone, and I don't want to have no money sitting and then I need it. He can't get nobody on the phone, then I go to thinking he playing games, trying to run games, so I just avoided that. So I had about another 3-4 days before my account came clear again where I could load on. So I ain't even do nothing. I waited till that time went by. Then I went to hitting Crazy Legs up again. He finally answered. I'm like, hey, bro, what's up, man? I've been trying to call you. He like, yeah, what's up? Like, his energy was different. I was like, bro, I'm trying to do the same thing. I got that 1,000 right now. He like, oh, price it went up, boy. It's 1,300. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, it's going for 1,300 right now. But the amount of stuff he was giving me, even for 1,300, bro, I was gonna easily make 5,000-6,000 off of it. So I'm like, all right, whatever, bro, come on with it. And I could just tell, just talking to him, bro, he was just different. Like, sometimes he'd laugh and kick it a little bit. He wasn't doing none of that. Sometimes he'd be like, what's up, boy? Dang, you ran through all that fast? He wasn't doing none of that, saying none of that. He just was straight to the business, straight to the point. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Couple weeks go by. I'm sitting here talking to one of my roommate homeboys. He get money too. And we sitting here talking about, just the best ways to make money in prison. Pretty much. We just figuring it out, putting it together. So he shop with Crazy Legs too. He like, man, if we go in and put our money together for Crazy Legs, we probably get it, a little cheaper at a little better number. So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense when you buy stuff in bulk. But the person selling it to you, they under the impression that it's just you buying it and it's in bulk, they'll drop the price a little bit. So I'm like, yeah, if he do that, what you think he gonna cut it down to? So bro say, I don't know, he charge 1,000 now. So if I go with 2,000, man, he probably cut it down a little bit. So I'm like, he been giving you that for 1,000? He like, yeah. I'm like, when the last time you read up? He was like, probably last week. I'm like, damn, bro, he told me 1,300. He went up on me a couple weeks ago. So bro like, nah, I don't know nothing about that. He been charging me the same thou for a long time. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So we use bro face card. He call him. He like, hey, same thing I was doing for 1,000. I'm trying to double that up. What you would charge me? So kicking it with him the way he used to be kicking to me. Damn, boy, you ran through all that fast. So he like, hell yeah, man. So he like, all right, give me 1,700. So we both was able to save 150. So he sent them 1,700 the next morning, came through. So me and bro busted down, we split it half and half and we went to doing our thing. So bro was trying to get me to let him pay me to move out my room. I'm going to tell you about the type of room I had. The dude I went in half with, he was trying to pay me to swap rooms with him. Okay, in the dorm, in this specific dorm, the first 2 rooms is handicap cells. Everybody want to be in the handicap cell so bad because it's a lot of space, just in case somebody's in a wheelchair or if somebody on crutches, whatever. Then they got like bars against the rail where you could hold on to. It just help people. It's just certain differences about the room, but it's way more space. So he trying to pay me $500 to move out my room, let him move in there and I move in his room. I'm like, hell no, I ain't want to do that. So I say probably about another week and a half go by, my roommate go to the hole. So bro that I went half with, he's trying to tell me, let him move in there. The reason I didn't do it is because certain staff members was starting to say little slick stuff like, this room be smelling like, oh, I know you got them phones in there. They saying it like it's a joke, but they really trying to see if you gonna trick yourself and come up off some information, and then they could run in and bust you. So I ain't ever go for it. And I already got enough going on myself. So for somebody else who got the same thing going on as me, certain times if I felt like it was hot, I don't want to be roommates with you, bro. Hell no, because then we'll get busted even quicker. So I'm telling him like, nah, hell nah, bro. Woo. I want to be in the room by myself for a minute. I'm just telling them that because, you want your space. Everybody in there want their space. They want their own privacy and stuff. So I'm like, hell nah, bro. I want to be in the room by myself for a minute. So he like, yeah, I respect it, bro. I respect it. Man, I probably got the room by myself for like 3 days, bro. Next thing you know, I'm in there laying down one morning. I wasn't asleep. I was woke. I had already got up, went, looked around the dorm, made sure wasn't nothing funny going on. But I just went back into bed. It's early in the morning. I got the cover pulled over my face for the most part. It's like that much left just where I could see through. Candy bar in my hand, laying down on the bed. Next thing you know, the door swing open. When I see the door swing open, all I see is a uniform. It's an officer. So I go to sticking the candy bar like in my pocket. So the officer hit the light. He like, hey, Bill, you got a roommate, man. I'm on the top bunk. So he was like, well, that's good. I'm on the top bunk. He like, well, that's good already. I was about to tell you, you got to move to the top bunk because your roommate is in the wheelchair, so you need to go on and get out the way and stuff like that. He was like, but all this stuff down here on the bottom bunk, you got to clean it up so your roommate could come in here. The stuff on the bottom bunk was like my cup, my bowl, stuff like that. So I tell the officer right there, I'm like, bro, I'm not taking no roommates, bro. Hell no, I'm not taking no roommates. Say like, bro, the supervisor said they ain't going for that this week. They don't want to hear nothing. Ain't nobody taking no roommates. You going to take a roommate or your ass going to the hole. So you got to try it and see how far you can go, bro. So I was like, bro, I'm not taking no roommates. I don't care about none of that. Officer jumped straight on the radio. He like, hey, the inmate, Bill said he not taking no roommate, and he refusing to let the guy in the wheelchair in here. Man, the lieutenant came straight back on the radio. She was like, okay, that's fine. Pack all Bill property up. He going to the hole. So I was like, oh, no, hell no. It's straight, bro. He could come in here. I'm cool. I ain't trying to do all that. See, a lot of times they won't be doing all that. But when the supervisor frustrated, they'll do that. But for the most part, they'll just move the person somewhere else. But there's only 2 rooms in here. The other room is full already. So for somebody in the wheelchair, really for it to make sense, this is the only room he can come in. But I thought I would have just been able to buck my way out of it. So he told her on the radio, he said he's straight. He don't want to go to the hole. And she came back over the radio talking about, yeah, I know that's right. Just so unprofessional. Just say, yeah, I know that's right, all through the radio system. Everybody with a radio can hear this. So the dude come rolling in the room. I looked down at him. He looked like he maybe mid-30s. I probably was about 24-ish, 25 around this time. He come rolling in. He look up at me. I look down at him. I just said, bro, that cup and that bowl and that writing tablet, I'm like, bro, you could just move that. Just throw that in my box. You good. Now, you know the boxes hang from the wall, so the bottom row of the box, he could reach that easy from his wheelchair. I just said that, and I rolled back over, pulled the candy bar back out my pocket, and I just had it like this. I'm just chilling for a minute. So he ain't been saying nothing. I ain't been saying nothing. Now, most of the time when your roommate coming there, whether you laying down or not, some of them had common sense and be like, well, he look like he up there trying to sleep. I ain't gonna say nothing to him. But when this brand new, I ain't never met you ain't never met me, the new person finna say something. Usually I would say something, but I was just tired, bro. I just felt like relaxing. I was like, I'll check him, I'll holler at him when I get up. When I finally get up, he wasn't in the room, but I looked down, his bed was made up. It looked nice and neat, you know what I'm saying? It ain't look like nothing crazy was going on. Like, it ain't look like he was no savage, like he was trifling and nothing. Everything looked straight. I noticed by his pillow at the head of the bed, it was a cord hanging, like from under the pillow. So I'm thinking only way you got a cord hanging is if you got a phone. So I'm like, damn, if he got a phone, I really don't even want him in here for real, because it's like I say, it'll just put more attention on us, bro. It'll make us more hot, because I'm already slightly hot. So just to see, I want to just check it out. I ain't trying to be nosy, but this is my damn room, so I need to see. So I walk over to like the front part of the bed, and I'm leaning over mine, messing with the pillow and the sheet, like I'm trying to tighten my bed up, but now I'm all the way at the end. So I just look over like this, and lo and behold, it was a charger box plugged in the wall, and I seen a phone sticking from under the pillow. So I said, okay, he got a phone. So I went to thinking, he got a phone, that's cool. Hopefully he don't got too much motion. He don't got nothing going on where he's selling stuff or nothing like that, because hell no. So I go out the room. I see him out there, man. It's like 5 people in his face. He just in the wheelchair. He laughing, kiki. Now, when he first came through the door, I paid him attention, but I didn't pay him too much attention. I ain't realize how damn swole he was. When I looked over at him, when the 5 people was talking to him, he had on like a tank top. Brother, man, chest stick out. I swear to God, his chest stick out about that far. Bro, his arms like this. And see, what you got to understand is they can't use their bottom half. So the bottom half be looking little and skinny. But everything they do all day, in order to even move from one area to another, what you doing? You pushing the wheel, bro, you working your upper body 24/7. So that's why if you see somebody in a wheelchair who got a strong upper body, that's why, because they working it 24/7. Then in the prison, they do be making those people go to like physical therapy and stuff, so they try to get them in there doing pull-ups just to keep, you know, just, I guess, keep themselves healthy or whatever. So I see about 5 people over there talking to him, so I'm like, okay, I know he ain't no squeon, everybody know him. So one of my partners that I rock with, he came up to me, he said, boy, you done struck, G. You done struck. Now, when they say you done struck, that basically means you just achieved something real good, or you done came up on something. It's finna be something real fire going on. So I'm like, what you mean I done struck? He said, man, you don't know who your new bunkmate is? You ain't talked to him? I said, no, who is it? He said, that's Crazy Legs. I said, what? He said, yo, new bunk mate, that's crazy legs. He said, they just moved him in the dorm over here. He said, man, bro got a loan check, bro. He got everything for sale. Bro don't know that I've been buying my stuff from Crazy Legs. He don't know where I've been getting it from. So he like, man, dude be having all kind of stuff going on. He got this for sale, he got that for sale, he got that, he got this for sale. He like, and he wanted the bros. So I'm like, okay, that what's up. So he don't know who I am neither, clearly. So I'm just out there. I think I was walking some laps, just walking around. I see him roll back in the room. So once he went in the room, I went in there behind him. I'm like, hey, bro. So he rolled around, looked at me. There's plenty of space in here. I'm like, I'm C-Bill, bro. What they call you? I was just playing like I didn't know who he was, even though somebody just told me. I'm like, I'm C-Bill, bro. What they call you? So he looked at me. He was looking for a minute, looking crazy. His face all frowned up. He was like, you C-Bill? I was like, yeah. He was like, you be hustling? I'm like, yeah. He like, man, I think you been buying stuff for me. My name Crazy Legs. So I was like, oh, you Crazy Legs. But I knew, somebody just told me, but you know, I got to go with the flow. I'm like, oh, you Crazy Legs. He like, yeah. I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? What you got going on? Now his energy kind of different. He's back to normal how he was at first. He like, man, you be running through that stuff that fast, man. You know, kicking and stuff like that. So we just sit here talking. He like, hey, bro, you know, that last 200 ain't never come through. I say, what you mean it ain't never come through? He said, bro, it ain't never come through. I told you about $200 and it ain't never come through, nephew. So that makes all the sense right there. That's why he went up on the price. He never really changed the price for nobody else, but he went up on it for me because he felt like I never gave him the 200. I'm like, bro, you didn't get them text messages I sent you of the green dots for $200? He said, no. He rolled over there to the end to his phone. He went, pulled up our messages and showed me. It wasn't nowhere in his text message. I grabbed my phone, go straight through it, and show him. It is right there. So he like, damn, nephew, I ain't never see that. My bad, hold on. So I'm holding the phone in his face while he on the website going to it. He types in the numbers. The first one say, this green dot money pack card has already been loaded. I look at him crazy, he look at me crazy. So he like, let me try the second one. He tried the second one. It do the same thing. This green dot money pack has already been loaded. So he like, well, I ain't gonna worry about it, nephew. It's all good. He throw it on the bed. He say, man, I'll give you better prices and stuff. Now, you know, we bump mates. He was like, but just shoot that to me whenever you can. I'm like, shoot what to you whenever I can? He like, the 200, you see it say it's already been loaded. I say, bro, listen, bro. That money came from my family, from my real folks that I know ain't playing no games. I texted to your phone. You stopped answering, responding, and everything. Now that it's saying it's already been loaded, bruh, it's only one option. You had to load it, folks. Oh, man, I swear to God, that's on GDN. That's on my kid. That's on Jesus Christ himself. I ain't load that money. I don't play no mother games like that. I got long money. I got plenty of money. I wouldn't dare play about no $200. He done piped all the way up. That don't mean nothing to me, bro. I done seen people do that, put this on that, put that on that, and be lying straight through their teeth. So I was just like, well, bro, I'm not going to double that, bro. I paid the $200 that I know, you know, didn't go through, and I took a $200 loss because I still don't even remember who gave me the green dots. So when I went and had some people that I trust, that I really know, send the money, there's no way you telling me you didn't get it. Well, whoever you was letting use your phone, he told me, I ain't let nobody use my phone. Don't nobody touch my phone, bro. I don't run phone time or nothing. I'm too rich for that. I got too much money for that. I'm thinking in my head, if you got too much money, you too rich, what is you in my room crying about $200 for then? But I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. I just told him straight up. I'm like, bro, we continue to do business or whatever, but I don't like the idea of that, bro. I'm not finna give you another $200. So the man turned around, roll out the room. When he's rolling out the room, bro, I hear him say, let me try to find you another room because this ain't gonna work. I'm like, what? But he go out the room. If he wasn't in the wheelchair, bro, I probably would have ran behind him. Like, what the hell you mean? Find me another room. Nigga, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That means basically like, I'm about to put you out my room. You need to get in another room. But it's a nicer way of saying it because he's saying I'm about to see if I can find you one. So basically that means he gonna try to pay somebody to swap out with me. So I look at when he said, man, let me see if I can find you another room. And he rammed his feet into the door while pushing and it made the door open. So I was like, what? I looked over at him, but he was already gone out the door. So I'm in my room messing around with the phone. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, man, bruh, tripping. Bruh, tweaking, talking about find me another room. He got me up. I ain't even finna try to cross this path with nobody, you know what I'm saying, in this situation, bro. But you got life twisted, but you think Bill finna go out like that. So he out the room probably about 10 minutes. He came rolling back in the room. He said, hey, little bro. I'm like, what's up? He was like, man, dude up there in room 226, he about to swap out with you. He gonna come down here. He said, I just gave him $150 to do the swap out with you, and I'm gonna give you $150 to move up there with him. So I'm gonna pay both of y'all. I'm like, you got me up, bro. Don't be volunteering me to move nothing. I say, bro, how long you been locked up, bro? He told me I've been locked up 9 years. I'm like, bro, well, you been locked up long enough to know it don't work like that, bro. That's how you try a peon. That's how you try a duck, bro. You just make a move and tell them to move. That is not how it work, bro. You come to me and ask me, hey, bro, are you willing to swap out? Are you willing to do this and that? That's how that work. You ask me, bro. And then I tell you yes or no if I'm willing to do this or if I'm not willing to do it. You don't just make no damn decision for me. That's how he talking about, nephew, this ain't gonna work, nephew. I'm telling you right now, this ain't gonna work. Then he went to hitting his hand like this, bro. He like, I'm telling you now, nephew, this ain't gonna work. This not gonna work, nephew. Stuff like that. So I'm like, bro, I don't know what you got going on, bro, but this is the room I was in before you even came to this dorm. How you got down here, I don't even know. You see it says loaded already. He gonna say, yeah, cause you loaded it. You loaded it already. I'm like, all right, bro, I don't know what else to say to you, bro. So he turns and get ready to roll out the room again, then turn back around and said, hey, little bro, what you said your name is? Bro, you know my name, bro. You been doing business with me. You been seeing text messages with my name. You know my name. So I don't say nothing. I'm just looking at it. He like, what you say your name was again? C-Bill, right? I'm like, yeah. He like, C-Bill, I don't know how long you been at this camp. I know you kind of new to this camp. I wasn't new to the camp. I left and went to court. That's why you hadn't heard of me, but I wasn't new. He like, bro, I don't know if you never heard of me. I don't know if you know what's going on or whatever. He said, bro, but I run this camp, bro. I run this camp and I got a whole lot of money, bro. So I'm asking you peacefully. I'm asking you nicely. Just move out the room, bro. I'm gonna pay you $150. And while he was talking, I was like, man, you got me fucked up. Watch part 2 to see what happened next.